Women's Day on the 8th of March. Have you all heard this one? Who's in Texas? You're going to have to buckle up. I forget where. I think it might be Houston. It could be Houston. Megsy is going to be a keynote speaker on International Women's Day in Texas. It's in Austin. There we go. I got this wrong city. Texas is big. So it's in Austin. So do you want to have a look and see what the some speech predictions just to end it on? So she's going to be in Austin on the 8th. And it's called South by Southwest or something. And she's going to be speaking on International Women's Day. Let's have a look and see. I'm going to do just the center, and then I'm going to pull some random cards for the predictions of what she's going to say. So how did this get about? Is this WME finally getting her a gig after a year and a bit? How's this come about? What's going on? 4 of Wands. All is not as quite as happy and content as it seems. The 2 of Cups. A relationship has pushed her this way. Now, whether she will ever like to admit it or not, she has only got the relevance she has by being married to the dumb prince. Let's face it, she's only relevant that way. The 4 of Wands in reverse. There's some issues with the foundation. There's some issues with this whole thing. It's not on a stable ground. I expect that we are going to get some spoilers, and I mean what we're going to get is from spoilers. It's not, spoilers isn't technically the right word. We're going to get some leaks. We're going to get some drama. We're going to get some gossip from behind the scenes. So let's see what's above the situation. And underneath it's going to be seen as this kind of like a rebirth type of energy. She thinks this is the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, whatever number it is. This is the new birth. This is the, you know, the coming of Megsy. She is going to have a platform that's lined up to her values and yada, 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 yada. But we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse there. We're going to get some gossip about riders, like meaning what she wants backstage, her terms and conditions. She's going to come across as being demanding and fairly difficult. There is going to be a stink around this. A stink around this. And the 6 of Pentacles, she's trying to be like Miss Philanthropic. I'm here for women, even though women have been able to vote since 1919 or whatever the hell it was. She is, yeah. This isn't a goodwill gesture. This is a paid for gig. I feel like there's been some heavy negotiations to get her there. But she isn't necessarily getting the amount of money she wanted. So in her energy, it's like, well, I'm doing you guys a favor in the kind of way. Interesting. There's a risk to what she's going to say. She's going to do something ridiculous. She's going to go on the defensive. Okay. The Fool in reverse and the Seven of Wands. She is on the defensive, and there is a risk with this. So she's going to say something stupid. Is she going to mention Catherine? Possibly, that's a risk. Is she going to mention the royals? That's a big risk. Is she going to mention the online trolls and da-da-da-da-da? That is another risk. It could be. It could be a no-show at the last minute. The other risk it could be is she might just beam on in from Olive Garden Mansion to do the speech, which would go down like a cup of cold tea, wouldn't it? Imagine you've travelled all the way to Austin. You are a massive Meghan Markle fan. I believe they exist, you know. And then she doesn't even bother to turn up. She just does this like pre-recorded gumph. But she is going to try and go on the defensive here. And she thinks it's going to change her luck. Ooh. We've got 2 cards for justice. She is going to... The 8 of Justice, the 8 of Justice, the Justice card and the 2 of Swords are 2 very similar cards. Both relate to the sign of Libra, both relate to balance. She is potentially going to bang on about social justice and the International Women's Day. She is potentially going to say all women, meaning like women have a broad spectrum. Oh my God. There is going to be a lot of backwards and forwards in the press about this. We've got the 8 of Wands, and she wants it as well. She potentially is going to get involved in the old culture war about the trans issues. Oh, great. So she is going to like... Yeah. Oh, yeah. She uses different communities for talking points. I think she's going to get and do something like that because she'll see it as a hot, like a hot issue, a hot button issue. And she thinks she could use her voice to further even the, oh my god. Yeah, she's going to talk about herself. There is a risk here, so she is going to talk about a hot button issue. And she's doing it for clicks and issues, but that is what I see in the cards, ladies. She could use it to launch Lemonada because we have got the Eight of Wands there, and the Eight of Wands is quick moving information, so she could well using it there. Anyway, guys, I am going to love yous and leave yous. Well, you've been on for an hour and a half. So yeah, thank you all for hanging out with me. Sorry if you were in Texas. I apologize for my country giving this woman such a platform where she can like go and lecture people on stuff. I should be back for another reading tomorrow night. I'll let you all know when and where, when and how. I might chop up some of this as well and put it out. Whatever. Thank you all for hanging out with me. If you have any readings that you want me to do, leave them in the comments below after this video is finished, whatever it needs to do. And I shall see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a good night. Happy Monday. Bye, everyone. Bye.